if you watched the stream yesterday, which honestly you should have, we see Jacob or Sugar King is back on stream versus Adam. So
Mm,
for those who didn't tune in, you want to maybe tell them about Jacob's list a tiny bit?
Jacob, Jacob is known to have very interesting choices in his deck list. Especially having a one of seven cost Sanji.
Correct.
From the top of my head, it was just a one of
Yep, the 7-cost purple Sanji.
in a Rosinante deck.
Yeah, and admittedly, it did win him the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he needed it to win the game last
I
time.
think he did it just for aura.
100%. But you know, when you've got that one-off spicy tech in a deck and you can have the opportunity to play it on stream, you gotta.
You just have to. Let's see what these gentlemen are doing right now. Oh, they're sharing the Kumamoto Don.
They're looking at the new Don.
Yeah, I believe they're doing a bit of trades over here, but
It is gorgeous looking Don. Fully recommend people try and find a set of those. The binders, if possible. They truly look amazing, and it's a really cool crossover as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to get myself the Nami one. Yeah, like which one are you playing? You ended up getting the Frankie one?
I'm trying to organize a deal for the Frankie Don later today,
Oh,
so
nice,
very
nice,
excited.
nice. In saying that, it seems like they're about to get started shortly. So a little recap with the how best of three works. It's usually correct me if I'm wrong, but 70 minutes. It's because there's 10 minutes overtime, but yeah, it should be rough. So they have to finish the two games within the 70 minutes. We'll see how we go here. And Jacob, you all good, brother? Did the screen freeze? Oh no, he's moving. Okay, cool. Just waiting for clarification whether to start or not. But other than that, we do have a couple of other spicy decks in top 32. Apparently, there's one red green law that made it through.
Yeah, a red green law made it through. A red green, I think two red green Luffy's made it through, which is really cool. We've seen a UP Luffy make it through. We saw a Vivi make it through, which is really quite nice.
Oh wow, we got double sixes. Yeah.
Do they actually need to roll? I think Trent's just going to quickly double check with them because
because it's usually pairings. Like
higher seed normally picks.
Yeah, I don't. Why are they rolling?
Sometimes they just want to roll. They got to pass the time somehow.
Oh man. Well, maybe they're just rolling for the sake of it. Oh man.
But interesting matchup. It's actually relatively even between Rosinante and Mihawk.
Yeah, how so?
It's just like both have their typical game plans, and like Rosinante's board is really hard to remove, but Mihawk doesn't really need to try and remove Rosinante's board. It's all about just resting and trying to chip face. But Rosinante has those really quite big bodies that come out significantly earlier than Mihawk's, so he can put on a bit more early pressure, and then it really comes down to the turn 5 to 6 range to try and get that clear decider.
Yeah, but wait, where did the 4 dice come from?
It
ended up on 2 to 4, and then okay.
If they're doing high roll wins with 8 dice, good on them.
Okay, now ideally, who wants to go first here, Rosinante or Mihawk?
I feel like Mihawk always just wants to go first. He's got such a good curve for going first, and being able admittedly, I might need to double check Adam's list, but if he's on the Shanks version where you're just running Shanks into Mihawk into Lord Beppos, having that first curve is just so much more additional pressure.
Yeah, especially with the -1000, it's just I've seen the chaos that it creates, especially in the field. Not just one Shanks, but 2 Shanks. That is gonna be quite difficult to get over that hill, especially if Adams constantly drops those 10 drop Lord Beppos, bunking up his leader up to plus 2000.
Yep. And for those who we mentioned it earlier, but there was a purple Sanji in Jacob's list, and I just double checked Adam's deck list, and because it is open deck lists, and Adam is actually on the Supernova version, so he actually has quite a lot of targets. He can rest with that Sanji to try and just hit face for that lethal turn. So there's the bunny blockers, the law blockers, on top of just also resting things like Perona in advance just to stop any kind of. If you want to truly swing into it to get some early pressure when they're fully tapped out, you've got options now. So I kind of like the tech into this specific matchup.
A question: in preparation for any potential rest, does Adam run Paradise Waterfall, or if so, how many?
Oh, that is a very good question. He is on one.
Or just one Paradise Waterfall. Okay, and I'm pretty sure there's also Spiderweb, right? Sometimes they tend to run Spiderweb as well.
Yeah, Spiderweb does get played. It is only at 1 as well, so he does have 2 sources of restand. And You kind of just hope you draw into them, unless if you see any piranhas to just search them
Mm,
out.
interesting. Just other than that, just wanting big massive shout outs to the people that said hello to us at the
Oh,
commentators booth. It
yes,
was just great seeing like, um fellow players and also our fellow local players that we know. Um,
it's
just giving us support.
and if you're ever nervous about going to a regionals, I fully
Yeah.
recommend you just take that plunge in, start going to regionals, and just start meeting people
Yeah, yeah,
because you
yeah.
start seeing familiar faces in regardless of where you are across your country, and you're like, oh hey, we versed this time 3 years ago. Like, how have you been since then?
Yeah. It's always great to see like interstate friends. Like right after the regionals, myself and the boys we ended up going Korean barbecue and just catching up. It's just great. Like, the
Yeah,
amount of friends that you end up creating within this community. Yeah, that's what it's all about, The power of friendship. The
yep.
power if that's the One Piece, man, I'm gonna crash out. That
I've I've always said One Piece is a great game to play,
mm-hmm.
but the locals social aspect and regional social aspect
Mm-mm.
trumps it. Like, it's the they go so well hand in hand. It's one of the best parts.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on these guys to start. So
Uh,
what are your predictions for moving
Okay.
into at least top 16? What so we had like quite a lot of Mihawks,
Mm-hmm.
Rosinantes, Aces and Emus make top 32.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a couple of spicy one-offs like GP Luffy,
Oh yeah,
Brendan,
there is. He made it through.
he made it through.
Yeah, yeah, because he ended up becoming X1, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he went X1. Only loss was on stream, so
Oh, it's always gonna be that stream. That's the stream curse.
I know, right? We can't get any of the one-offs on stream until top 8 apparently. But
Just
like
yeah.
Vivi made it through. There's quite a lot of like interesting decks that did make it through, and I'm very keen to see what they look like.
I'm There's a red green. Armando's on red green Luffy, which is
I
interesting
think
as
there's
well. Yeah,
two,
there's two.
I believe. So
Okay.
that's looking spicy. I actually am a massive lover of the red green Luffy deck. I think it's incredibly underrated.
Yeah.
It's with the new Nika Robin coming out from the Heroines event as
Mm,
well. Like you now can't remove Luffy's board.
yeah. Oh, and we're straight into it. Okay. It seems that. Let's see. Jake
So
is going
Jacob decided to go
first.
first,
Yeah.
taking the curve off of Mihawk, which is always one of the things you want to do. And
Especially with Mihawk though, you can end up playing the because of the law if he does have a body on
yes,
field.
it is a bit of a gamble. Sometimes you do end up giving the supernova version a nice turn 3 that can put on a lot of pressure coming back at you. But Jacob seems to be going through the motions incredibly quickly. He understands what his deck does early game. He's trying to slightly poke Mihawk down to probably like this 2 life range before he really starts going all in on his attacks.
Does take the first life. Gives us the Bartolomeo. Wait, hold on. What
It
does
that
that cycles through, doesn't it?
that is when a card is rested, you cycle a card. So it
Oh,
gives you just
okay.
a nice bit of hand filtering, especially for a deck like Mihawk where you just have a lot of bricks. Like,
Yeah. And oh, he's not actually running. He's running Is he running four of or two of in that one? Do you remember from the top of your head? Ends up going with passes the turn over to Jake. Uses the one don to search for the top five using the sugar. Will be able to. He needs to swing instead. So maybe I'm taking full advantage of the Kikanojo being able to restand at the end of its turn. And ends up getting himself a Virgo for a bit of
protection.
protection.
It's also just a really good card to have on board to try and deal with your opponent's board. That Nick 2000 power that comes out of that card
Mm.
because of the Don minus effect is actually incredibly relevant for so many matchups. Like for a small 1 Don investment, you can swing 7 into any 9k body and you're forcing cards out of their hand.
Yeah, swing six into lead. Let's see how he takes this. Does he have a 2K cannon? Does have cheap, but it ends up taking
Oh
the
my lord.
life down all the way to two.
Yeah, this is crazy. Adam's just like, you know what? My life is just more cards in hand. You can't putting me.
Yeah, that is exactly right. Well, I'm just wondering if Jacob's running the alternate version of Law where it's that on play trash two cards, the blocker, but I don't think so.
That one doesn't typically get played in
Yeah.
Rosinante list, but it is Jacob we're talking about.
Yeah,
He
we don't
could
he's a wild, we don't know what's gonna happen.
he could truly be on absolutely anything.
It's going from two into the one, getting rid of the sugar. Doesn't have any big bodies on. Let's see if he has a 6 cost law available to bounce back or one of the goes for a 5k fish swing into lead. Does take the life.
This is the fastest I've seen life go down.
And
Oh my lord, he does have that six
and he
cost
gets
law.
into the
Perona.
Perona and freezes the law. Okay.
I also really like the play of just freezing the searcher as
Mhm.
well. It's like stopping Jacob from getting card advantage in hand, just turn over turn.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't have to then swing into the sugar as well, so you can keep that aggression up on Rosinante, which is
Yeah.
what you really need to be doing.
Uses the confident boat rest, so restands 3 Don. Let's see what he attaches it to. I know Bartolome is not only just a way to cycle, but also it's also a blocker. Great card to have, and he just passes turn
I
with
think
3
he's
Don
just leaving
open.
some
Yeah.
Don up now because, as I mentioned, he's at that 2 life range. Now he really wants to try and
Mm-hmm.
maintain that 2 life range, and knowing that this turn is kind of the weird turn for
Mm-hmm.
Mihawk. It's right before he starts slamming all those Law Beppers back to back to back,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's a bit more vulnerable at this turn.
-1 Don uses the leader ability, gets himself the Femlor, swings 6 as with rush onto the leader. We'll have to pitch out a 2K counter, does exactly that using the Tashigi, trashes that law, uses its main effect, and brings back himself a heal as well as being able to play a is that 7 cost law I see at the background?
It's a tough decision. Like sometimes you
Oh,
just want to play the
yeah.
Rosinante to
Yeah.
get a cycle cards from
Hmm.
hand, get some an active Don back. This gives you that, oh, and also technically like 6 cost 8K block.
Yeah, yeah. It's
let's
pretty chunky,
yeah,
yeah.
let's not beat around the bush. That's a big blocker that he played out for free.
I mean, I think he's potentially just setting this up because in the next turn he can possibly play the 7 cost law to bunk up all of his characters plus
True.
1,000. So 9K swings into leader just before the 10 Don turn as well.
Exactly, and also being a 9K swing, that's forcing at least 2 cards out of Mihawk. This is
Mm-hmm.
not a matchup where Mihawk gets his
Mm-hmm.
cheeky plus 1000 power.
Mm-hmm.
It is just the matchup where he's always going to be 5K or 7K.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between. So
8 Don turn play, there's options. He does play the Perona. Possibly he's looking for the 7K Shanks.
Shanks
I
is
say
probably a
seven
pretty good
cost Shanks.
pick
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm going to trust whatever Adam chooses. Like even an event just for more counter in hand is never a bad idea.
Oh,
Adam might have the Shanks in hand already, or he might even just be able to play out like another Law blocker and bounce a Prona into a Bonnie blocker and start getting some more advantage that way.
the event that he took was it the 3 billion full tri Cosm. I said it for the right for the first
Yes,
time. Yes, let's
congratulations.
go. You're proud of me, Gorb.
I
Six,
saw that event. I'm like, I'm not even going to
yeah,
attempt.
6K swing. Italy does take the live. Oh, back to 2. Will be able to. Now he has a couple of options. I'm not sure if that there is 7 cost. There's two to the 7 cost. There's 7 cost law, the purple and the yellow one. So being able to heal also, but also buffing up his leader. Do see the 7 cost Shanks there as well? Can possibly play it and just swing 6 into lead, applying as much pressure as possible. Does a 2K counter. 7 Don still up, and there you
Yeah,
go. There's gonna be
the
the
Shanks had to get played this
hmm
turn in my eyes. If not, all those 9K swings coming at you that next turn, I think would have been almost a death sentence for
mm.
Adam. Like, sure, he has a blocker out, but is it enough against 2 9K swings, 7K swings?
And uses the supernova ability to rest and
Ooh,
keep him locked down.
that is such a good card. Just stunning 2 more units. The amount of pressure Jacob's going to start putting on this turn is now negligible.
Hmm. Uses the pudding search, gets himself. Let's see what he. It's going to be the I love you event.
I love this event. For
Oh
those who
yes.
don't know what it does, it adds a Resonante from trash back to hand. So you can either add Rush Law back to try and heal again. You can add a 2K counter back, so it's effectively
Hmm.
a 1 cost 3K counter. It has a lot of utility in what already is a kind of a toolboxy deck.
Now let's see. Has he wait? Has he rested his unrested? No, he's done. So I was trying to contemplating what he wants to play here. Plays 5. I'm assuming it's going to be the leader ability and straight into the 7 cost law, bunking up all his characters as well. His leader plus 1,000. So those swings, unfortunately, it is unfortunate those 2 cards have been rested. So it's great to kind of lock them down, preventing a 9K and even a 7K swing. Really trying to prioritize the amount of cards in his hand. Great move by Adam Pryor. 4 Don still open.
Agreed. I feel like Adam has probably versed a couple of Resonantes in this tournament already, so what the deck is trying to do is not going to be a surprise to him, especially when you start to get to top tables. You know most of the
Yeah.
matchups already. Um, but yeah, Adam has navigated. I think the Shanks was such a really good play to stop most of the aggression, and then even stunning the rest of the board is like, cool. I'm just not really going to zero this turn.
Yeah, it's an actually great counter as well to that 7 cost law, so everything's just gonna be basically the same.
Yeah,
Like 6K swing. I'm thinking whether he's gonna use a 2K counter that Kikunojo just to get avoid that hit.
looks like Adam is contemplating using 2 cards from hand to go for it. which is a bit risky as well because he's only got like 5 cards in hand.
He
So he takes it. Ooh,
does take it. He's got something planned here, so it's a 9k swing into lead. Does have a blocker still.
I mean your board is full as Adams.
Yeah,
Like,
so they were just agreeing because it basically it
yeah,
just negates itself. So it is going to be a 9k. Yeah, oh, there you go, Jacob. So courteous. We appreciate ya. Let's see what he has in hand. He's got a. Is that an eight?
a
That's a
couple.
lot of bricks.
It is a lot of bricks. That is the Mihawk issue. So
That's a lot of bricks. He's got enough bricks to build a Lego house. Shout out to Ed Sheeran. Two Don's still open. Does have a punt. Wait, let's see here. No, he won't be able to attach any. So this is potentially his last swing. So leaving at least
this,
one or two
yeah,
Dawn open for either the bullet string or even the I love you. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be for two I love yous in the hand.
yeah, definitely agreed. This is definitely the last attack of the turn. So Adam is just doing the maths in the back of his head. He's like, all right, can I play the Law Beppo next turn? If so, can I live the next turn? Or do I need to block this attack to try and have a chance of keeping enough cards in hand to live through next turn?
He has to also be wary that it might be deja vu from last match where he's going to be on 10 Dawn next turn.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be seeing a Nusahachi into a
Sanji.
Sanji once more just to just he's just aura farming at this point.
I think it fully depends on what Adam does this turn. I imagine it's going to be a Law Beppo if he has one.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of bricks. I did see a 10 draw a 10 costume. It most likely does have the Lepo the ball sorry does
Law Beppo.
Law Beppo.
Don't mind that nickname,
Yeah.
Ball.
Swing 6 into lead, pitches at a 2k counter. Still has 10 Don available. Also, that Shanks is still ready. And there's the Law Beppo. What is he going to end up stunning? It's most likely going to be the 7 cost Law and does exactly. His head is he's kind of cushioning, and he does exactly that.
Yeah, I think you just have to stun any of the big power bodies on the board. Like, there's not much else you can do about it. Interestingly, though, Adam can try and throw a couple of attacks out this turn. And they're going to be decently sized because of the Mihawk effect to untap 3 Don. He can start dedicating some Don to try and
Yeah.
keep Jacob down to like that 1 life range.
Swing 7 into lead. Oh, sorry, 7. 9. 9 into lead using the Shanks ability, resting one of the. And uses the I love you. We'll be able to get a pitch out of 2k counter.
Yep,
No, but
adding
ends up
back the
choosing
rush
the
lore.
rush instead. Okay.
I don't hate it. I
Mhm.
mean, it's not going to hit without having any kind of buff
Yeah.
dedicated to it, but it is just additional pressure going towards the Mihawk, and that's all you need at this point. Like Mihawk is only on Mihawk's on 0 life.
Mm-hmm.
He's
9, yeah, he's on 0 life, 7 plus 7,000, and also has 2 counters. I'm sorry, 2 Don available, but I'm thinking that is most likely a bluff due to the fact that I don't see any counters there. Apart, he's got the 3 billion fold try kill your Cosm.
oh,
Yes,
2 in a
let's go,
row.
2 in a row. Decisions for Jacob right now. When like I think at this point he needs to, dare I say he needs to block her up,
I
and then
mean,
just apply as much pressure as possible, then block her up.
he does have 3 blockers on field already.
Because I'm just wary, because you have to be wary. Adam is playing green, and green is very notorious for one specific card, especially going for the closer, which is Dead Man's Game, being able to rest 2 cards.
Yeah, this might be one of those turns where you called out where it is just going to be playing that rush law into maybe another 7 cost law
Hmm.
and just doing those 2 mediocre pokes to just try and chip another couple of cards out of the Mihawk's hand. I mean, Adam only has 1 blocker on board. He's got no life. Every card you're swinging at him is going to rip cards out. It is just on a timer at this point against him.
Just
But
trying to read out what 3 billion full Tricolor Cosm
that
does.
is a counter event that I believe is if you
Yeah,
have 8 arrested cards, it
yeah,
gains plus
that's
4,000.
right. That is right. Yeah. I was just trying to remember how many cards is needed to be rested, and I'm just trying to count now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 cards rested. That that law is on 5,000 power right now. Very unfortunate with that 7 cost Shanks. It's like I'm trying to just find like, is there any possible response in order to get rid of that 7 cost Shanks with Resonante? I don't really think so.
Yeah, I'm not 100% certain.
Here we go. Attaches 1 Don over to think swing 6 into 6 using the Perona. We'll have to pitch out. Let's see. Um, I think only has a couple of. a couple of 2K counters. That is going to be the Scratch Mana so that is going to be a 2K counter. Contemplating whether he's going to conserve his counter for the crackback because living on living on no life is quite, you know, quite dangerous. Trying to
Yeah,
pile up as many your hand resources as possible. Using the
totally agree.
yeah,
And like Jacob being on one life isn't actually one life. It's Rosinante. He can keep healing. He's got options to probably heal back up to 4 throughout this game. Like the I love you event into the female
mm.
or does just give you a lot of additional heal out of nowhere in a deck that you least expected. But Mihawk on 0 life, he's just stopping it. He's got nothing else he can do.
Yeah, he'll if he's gonna play the Femlaw, he will need to do a bit of Don investment as well because that is going to be a 5k swing if it doesn't have any Don. So most likely he will be using. Oh, he's resting.
Yep, so he's
Yeah,
using
yeah,
the Perona effect to rest and
yeah,
play out a Bonnie
yeah,
blocker.
and freezing. Okay, freezing is 7 cost. That's the freeze one, right?
Oh, that is the freeze one.
Yeah, it
You
is. Yeah,
are
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
It is actually a one-off in Adam's list
Mm.
as well.
There we go. Plays the Femlaw. Goes for a rush. We'll have to attach one Don onto it, but doesn't do that as well. Just trashes it straight away. There's no point. Gets himself, heals himself, and also plays himself a 7 cost, being able to heal back up if you. Oh, no, just pass the turn. That 7 that you play that 7 cost and not choose not to heal. I'm pretty sure. Because I think he's trying to really conserve more of his hand size rather than getting that extra heal.
Yeah.
Just
Yep, that is the one the secret rare altar that does let you heal by discarding one.
And also, you have to reveal one supernova from your hand, but it doesn't run any supernovas. That's the unfortunate thing.
Ah.
Yep.
But it is a 9,000 power body.
Yeah.
So it is just a nice beat stick for 5 cost is
Yeah.
most of the time.
So it's gonna be 70 to lead. Oh, sorry, it's gonna be a block. My apologies. It's now Adam's turn. 3 Don's still available. I'm pretty sure he has the either the I love either 3 I love yous or maybe just one I love you in a bullet string.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he has all three remaining I love yous in hand. Bullet String definitely seems like the better pick here.
Mm.
And also, I feel like Jacob does need to keep it to that state of having 2 Don up every turn from now on, just for that Bullet String. When Adam does smell blood in the board, it's like, okay, as soon as I go for game, Bullet String. Like, I too can get plus 2,000 power on my leader.
It's such a good card. I don't know. The fact that you get plus 2,000 for the rest of the turn.
It's very interesting to see how the format has shifted, or
Mhm.
cards have been changing over time.
Mm.
We're saying, yeah, I'm basically a 7,000 power leader for the turn. Would have been unheard of for a really long time. I think the only leader that had access to it early on was like Gecko Moria.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Adam contemplating. He does have 10 Dawn available, but he does also have the he could possibly block her up if he wishes to, using the 9 costs. Is it 9 costs or 8 costs, Mihawk?
8 cost me Hawk's the
The
blocker.
blocker, yeah,
The
8
9
costs
cost
Mihawk
me
is
Hawk freezes
freezes,
and
yeah.
also allows Adam to turn bricks into hand
Yeah.
into 2k counter. But honestly, Adam does have that Law Bepper on field. He could just kind of swing with that over the couple of turns if he does choose to block her up, and
Yeah.
then he's not at risk of dying. Having said that, it's always much more fun, and you do need. It's a bit more exciting, and typically sees a lot more victories if you just do a bit more aggression than just block her up and swing 12k every turn.
That is also true, and he does have an additional 6 cost law. They're going for a fish swing first 5k into lead. We'll have to pitch out a 1k counter. It does exactly that using the rush law.
Only 2 cards in Jacob's hand as well, so he has to be a bit careful what cards he's choosing to block and take.
Splitting his thing. Does he have a dead man's game? No, he just uses the 6 cost law, bounces back, gets himself a Peronis search, and then just searches. Let's see what he ends up wanting to get here.
This is good. We know Adam has. You want
Oh,
to say it again?
it's going to be the 3 billion fold Trichiliocosm. Oh, three
Three
for
in a row.
3. Is it 3 billion or 4 billion?
It's 3 billion.
Okay. Oh,
But yeah, Law Blocker's just slightly more annoyance for Jacob as well because every typical Mihawk list that we've been seeing on the weekend. It's been more on the Wano package, so they don't have access to the card. But now it's just 2 additional blockers for Adam, as you've called out. So like Adam's probably not actually at risk of dying next turn, especially adding back a 4K counter event. Like,
Yeah.
how are you going to handle this? Yeah,
Using
Adam's just
yeah.
doing the mental math here. He's just saying like, okay, how much Don can I actually invest here? How much Don do I need to be able to live through Jacob's next turn? And
The 7 cost Shanks, it can rest a 7 cost or less, right?
believe that's
It's
power based or something.
if it's rested 7 cost Shanks, because that's in saying that there we go. There's gonna be 12k into oh, into lead. Just confirming, does take the hit. 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, 7,000 power.
Yeah, 7,000 power. So 7 cost or 7,000 power.
7,000 power.
Okay.
Base power as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it
You can't rest the Yeah, okay. Just making sure. And does swing into that blocker. Unfortunately, will take the hit, passing it over to I don't trying to figure out how can Jacob get out of this. He needs to either he's got he needs to either fish out a swing to bait one of the blockers,
then the Sanji.
then the Sanji. Oh, seems to be a judge call over here. Just waiting on clarification. So he frees it. I want to confirm because that 5 cost Bonnie, it can freeze any
Yeah, it's any card.
regardless of the cost.
It can even freeze Don.
Yeah. One of your opponent's rested characters
Uh,
or dons will not be able to be refreshed.
sounds like there's just some questions going on now about what's happening here, but
Yeah, need to clarify that. Probably get some information later on. But yeah, passing it over to Jacob might be his last rodeo for the first game. Contemplating it, just attach it. Luckily, that leader is not on plus 2,000.
yes. So it does make, if Jacob tries to go for lethal, a bit nicer.
Okay, I think is that clarifying whether what he chose to froze. So he played. The
So,
Bonnie was already on field.
uh, didn't the bunny get played
Oh,
off
play off the 6 cost.
Perona?
Yeah,
So Jacob swung into the Perona,
yeah.
and then he played the Bonnie off it,
Mm.
freezing something.
Mm.
But I'm just not 100% certain what he chose to freeze. It might have been that law. But we have judges watching the game, which is why we're allowed to have these points of clarification coming out just to try and help
Yep, there
resolve
we
any
go.
issues that
Yeah, it,
might occur.
it's gonna be an 8k swing into a lead. One Dawn open that has used a 3 billion full tricolor Cosm as an event because he does have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's got more than 8 cards, is it? Rested.
It can also just be a 2K
Big
counter
counter.
event as well, but looks like he does have more than 8, so it would have been that 4K.
Swings 5 into 5, trying to at least bait out one of the 6 cost laws. Hopefully he does have what I think it is, but I don't really think so. It's gonna be that 6 into lead. Does he have a 2k counter? I'm pretty sure he
I
does
mean,
have a 2k
there's
counter.
a
Oh,
lot
it's a
of
5. Sorry,
bricks
it's a
in
5. It's a 5.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of bricks in Adam's hand here. I think he's got 2 Kikanojos and that's it.
Yep. And also he's got another Trichiliocosm. I'm pretty sure. Yes, he does.
Okay, so I don't think he's at risk of
Yeah.
losing to Oceania out of nowhere as well,
Mhm.
which is kind of unfortunate. We love seeing that card come out and steal games.
Can you imagine if Jacob top decked that from his draw phase? Because it's very secretive. I think he's doing it on purpose. Here we go. Oh, he blocks it. Oh,
Okay.
it's the unblockable law event. Okay.
Oh my.
And it just swings into it. Does he have it?
He doesn't have
Oh,
it. I mean, that was actually really well done. Just trying to chip all the cards out of Adam's hand and then just go for that massive unblockable attack.
oh,
Like,
well played, sir.
We don't need that Sanji.
We don't need that Sanji.
Here you are playing around a 7-cost Sanji, but not the unblockable event.
Holy dooly!
That's so crazy.
Wait, how much? Wait, I need to check how much how much of those unblockables is he running?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a one-off.
If it's a one-off, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip. It's a one-off. It's a one-off. It's a one-off.
Jacob, I'm sorry, you got to stop winning with one-offs.
Oh, that is insane.
What are you doing to the deck building meta in Australia, man? We can't have only one-offs winning games.
That is insane. Because just trying to do the math in my head, that Kikunojo 2K counter,
Yes.
he had one or two of them. I'm pretty sure he had two of them.
Yep, and try.
Trichiliocosm. So he would have been bucked up, but he attached all of his. How much Don did he attach? I'm just trying to think from the top of my head.
I think it would have been like 7.
7. So 7, and then it was so 7. It would be the 15k count, 15k swing. But then what does it? Does that unblockable buff up?
Surely not.
Does it buff up a thing? Double checking. What is that law event called?
Oh, it does actually give power.
It does give power. Okay. Oh, finishing off with class and aura. It's just aura farming. Damn you, Jacob.
Now the Sanji's going to come out in action game 2.
Oh my.
Now, I don't like pointing this out as well, but that game did go for 25 minutes. So
You know what frustrates me? I was talking to Jacob yesterday. Mate, are you purposely hiding your card just trying to, just surprise us commentators? Like, because I didn't see that card. I did not see that card unless he top decked it. I did not see that card.
I thought it might have been a bullet string the whole game.
Yeah.
Like,
Playing mind games with both the players as well as the commentators. You love to see it. We're gonna get straight into game 2, bunking up the lives again. Here we go. Starting off with 2 Don turn. Can't do much. Does Adam? I think Adam doesn't know he's gonna mulligan. I don't think he had the coffin boat in hand, nor was his hand quite, practical.
I mean, with Mihawk, it's always pretty safe. It's like, you just open a 5-cost in the searcher, then you probably do just keep that hand because you're going to typically see all your top end regardless. But
Yeah.
if you don't open those, then yeah, feel free to just mulligan. Whereas Jacob did keep his hand, and I had a quick look at what's in that hand. There was, I think, a 7-cost Law Russia, the 6-cost Rosie promo, the new SR that came out, the Law Rosie, and a 4-cost blocker. So he's got a really quite nice curve. He just needs to play it out now.
Yeah. Adam he didn't manage to find his confidence, but plays a Kikuno, just substitute instead. Doesn't matter as long as that's on the field. Jacob going for his search gets himself a
Another
1-cost.
searcher.
Yeah, being able to search not just a Straw Hat, but also a Hearts Pirate.
Yes.
So he just opens up those possibilities, uses the Hearts Pirate search.
Had to double check. I was like, is that Sanji going to appear here?
Oh,
is he going to grab that Sanji?
Yeah. Gets himself the Fem Law and passes the turn over to Adam. 3 Don turn play. Does he have any searches in hand? He goes for a 5k fish swing first. Does take the life.
Yep.
No trigger there. And then just goes for another 5k swing with the Kikunojo taking it full effect. Don't think he can play. You can't play anything on 3 Don turn unless I believe he doesn't even have the Bartolomeo. So he uses the Fem Law to block out of that.
Yeah, there's not many 3 drops Mihawk actually plays, so you would typically see just 2 5k swings coming at you at turn 2.
Yeah, it takes
one thing to note as well, this is the first game where Adam is going first now. So we are going to see Mihawk on its ideal curve.
Yes, that is correct. Hopefully he does see his Tashiki, so
would be nice. Maybe not for Jacob, but
there we go. We're going to see the 4-cost Law ramping it up. Then passing the turn back to Adam. Now, does Adam have his 5-cost Tashigi? We'll be able to also. Yes,
I was going to say, Jacob playing that blocker out as well is kind of annoying here because he can actually just protect that sugar for very little investment now. And that's just going to cause it to be another chump blocker next turn, unless if it's just getting hit by Perona.
Yeah, there we go. And Peroni does freeze up and he swings. Oh, just contemplating whether he's gonna freeze. Yeah, swings into the sugar, stops, puts a stop onto Jake's plans and goes rest.
Mihawk
Yeah,
effect, untap 3.
then swing basically 7 unless he goes for a
Ooh.
combo, gets himself a combo vote. Okay, do see that there is another 3 billion full trial kill your Kozov swing 6 into lead. Does take the life all the way down to 2, but you know Jacob's not stressed.
Yeah, as we saw last game, both players more than happy to just take their life down to
Yeah.
that 2 range, and then they start countering out. Adam actually kind of just took it down to. Oh,
Oh, but now he knows that he has the unblockable. But the question is, Jacob is well known to kind of like do a bit of mind games. Am I gonna be using that unblockable? Am I gonna be using something else? We'll just have to wait and see what Jacob's cooking in the kitchen.
it's also one of those cards that, like, it can win you a game. It won in the last game.
Mm-hmm.
So adding it to hand is never going to be a bad thing.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
always just going to, like,
It's always gonna be like at the back of the opponent's head as well.
yes.
Like a.
And if they forget, then even better, you know? But Adam is now just going to try and probably counter out a lot more at 1 life rather than 0,
Yeah, yeah.
which means it's kind of working with 1 less life and, like, 1 less card in hand.
I think we're about to go for 5k lead swing. It's gonna be 6 and then another 6 into lead. Blocking with that, it's gonna be the 7 cost Shanks. There, do you have it? No, you might actually have the Tashigi
But,
instead.
Tashigi's a pretty good replacement for that shit.
Yeah.
Well, he's at $6 as well.
Oh,
Oh no, he went second. Or
yeah,
first,
yeah.
sorry.
He went first. Yeah, yeah.
So he's got that spared on, but we're just going to see Kikinojo done up again and swing.
Let's see.
He's
Yes,
got that
yeah.
supernova
Love
advantage
effect.
just
Yeah.
done, which is honestly such a good move here as well. Hitting
He's-
the 4 and 6 cost means there's no aggression coming out from Jacob next turn.
You say that, but remember where he donned up his weenies and just decided to
True.
swing? He is a madman. No one can put this man on a leash, man. He won't, like, he doesn't care unless he's gonna do it now. But I really highly doubt. Let's see what he ends up pulling up here. He's on 8 Don right now.
Attention all treasure players. Your first round payments now up. Please make
First goes on Rosinante search. That's 2 Uso Hachis. Gets himself a. Ooh, there is the bullet string, but he gets himself another straw hat slash Arts Pirate searcher.
I feel like Jacob has played so many searches this game. He's probably gone through his entire deck at this point. Like,
Yeah.
he can probably tell you what's in his life at this moment. But playing Femlore out, just going to get some chip damage in, it looks like.
Mm.
Definitely always a good move to try and get Mihawk down as low as possible.
5k swing into lead. No Shanks to stop with the minus 1000 from any possible swings from, especially from that Femlord. Does take the life.
Sit at the assigned table.
So that's a 7k swing into lead.
Ooh,
Does
and
take
taking,
another
so
life.
going for 1.
Crashes the Femlord. Gets himself
Another Rosie
Rosie blocker. Yeah. It's very unfortunate. Man, I don't think he has a 7 cost Shanks in hand.
The 7 cost Shanks is very unfortunate because now, if Jacob is able to sequence it correctly, he can probably play out that law that buffs your entire board by 1000 power. Makes those 8000 Rosies way more threatening. But he has just played the Mihawk, which is going to stop those Rosies from being able to attack, which.
Absolutely fantastic. And also, not only that, but has the defensive technique where you can trash a brick in hand and do plus 2000 to any of your leaders or characters. Going to go for a 6k swing into lead, I'm assuming. We'll have to pitch out a 2k counter. Tashigi has yet used, has already used the ability. Can we get a dice counter on that? No? All right, cool.
Yep, so Tashigi is going to be 8000 power, which means blocking with this Rosinante law in advance is going to be a bit awkward.
Yeah.
It's probably safe on this attack now because Tashigi can only go to 9, but Jacob's also at 3 life. He can take it. And the I love you adding back female law.
Yeah, man, just, trash it. You think you can really get rid of it. I don't think so, mate. You just applying more aggression onto that. Passes the turnover to Jacob with 2 Don up. Let's see if he does. He does have a 3 billion full Tricolor Cosm in hand, as well as a couple of counters. But other than that, he does have the 7 cost Shanks. So,
If he's not playing Lord Beppo next turn, he's just going to be playing that Shanks out, which is totally fine. Lord Beppo is definitely more ideal.
He played is that the trash? The trash law?
Oh my lord, it is.
Okay, Adam's a bit surprised as well. I honestly thought that You said that they don't usually run it.
They
but
don't
you know,
usually
well,
run it.
we know it's
I mean,
Jacob.
it is
It's
Jacob,
Jacob
yeah.
after all. Damn. Okay. Then plays himself to rush law. So great lead up to it. Goes for a 5K swing.
You're also not going to believe this.
Okay.
It's a one-off.
Oh, like Jake, can't believe Jacob pulled that off. It's gonna be a 6K swing into lead. Now has no any blockers. Does have. Let's see what he has up getting there. Brick, and it's using the Shanks. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, the Mihawk ability. Another. Oh my gosh, he's gonna go 6 into lead. He doesn't have any counter. He's only got a plus 1,000 counter in hand, I believe.
I don't think this is. Well, he can't attack with the other Rosinante,
Yep.
which is unfortunate.
He's piling up. Let him
Yep.
like build up his board.
Apparently, he can. Oh wait, he might have stunned the other one.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Oh, boom! Gets out of it. 10.
But yeah,
Oh my God.
Adam with 3 cards in hand. One's a Law Beppo, one's a Mihawk. He just drew a card.
He's got unblockable as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The unblockable event he searched out 2 turns ago. Or 3 turns ago.
Someone stop him. Stop him. You gotta stop. No, it's GG.
Yeah,
That's it.
he really- oh my lord.
Jacob, you're madman. Plus 4,000 uses the Lord to, and the 2 cards that he milled out of his hand were counters.
Yeah. What do you do?
Holy dooly.
That's like reminiscent of like 4 sets ago format where it's like purple Luffy just playing Law Blocker on curve.
What in tarnations? I'm gonna speak to him right after this.
Jacob is gonna have to give us the thought process of 1, why is he running so many one-offs, and 2, why are they working?
This. Oh,
can't keep getting away
he
with
can't
this.
keep getting away with this.
So, as you can see, the first top 16 contender that we know of is purple yellow Rosinante.
Yeah, but it's
Who knows?